Okay. Yeah. So here we will start with basic things first. Okay. So as soon we progress through the questions, so it will become a bit harder. Okay. So query to fetch details of finance department employees. So how can you frame the query? So we just think that we have employees table with employee ID, employee name, and department column and salary. So now I wanted to get finance employees records. So can anyone help me to or frame the query?
Select star from employees where department equal to finance.
Okay, select star from employees where department equals to finance. Perfect. Okay, so this is the one query which will bring you the finance records. So I'll just get this. Okay, you can see all the records, somewhere around 7 records, which are from finance department. Okay, so next question would be, okay, query to fetch details of IT and sales employees. So let's make it finance instead of sales because we don't have sales. So now can you frame the query? So I wanted to get the employees as well, employees from finance as well as IT. So two types of two department employees I needed. So how can you frame this query? Anyone?
Select star from employees
Okay, select star from employees
where department is equal to
where department equals to
IT,
yeah, 1 minute, somebody is joining. Okay, single quotes and IT.
comma finance.
No, this syntax would be wrong.
Mm.
Select star from employees where department equal to IT or department equal to finance.
Okay, perfect. Or department
Equal to finance.
finance. Perfect. So maybe uh, Priyanka, so you might be in a assumption that writing these things in a this way. I think you were thinking this way. Maybe you forgot to mention, I guess. But if you're writing this way, you have to write it in operator. So these
Okay.
two things are same. So no, nothing you can't write comma, after values you can't simply write comma. So that is something you will write for columns, employee ID, comma, employee name likewise. But when coming to this, so either you have to place it in the brackets like this, and then in operator you have to use in means multiple values if you are using, and then if you're using in condition and you're using multiple values in this, so that means same this both are same actually. So if you are using this, that also same, and if you are using this, that is also same. Now if you want finance, IT as well as marketing, you'll write MKT, right? But in case if you wanted to use this kind of syntax, you will write one more or operator. You'll write one more hour operator and write like this, and equals to MKT. So likewise. Okay, so now I'll just only use this one, only finance, as our question is only 2 records. I'll take this syntax and add it here. Okay, you can see finance and IT employees completely 18 records are available. So we got 18 records. And the same syntax using OR operator. Okay, so this is related to OR. So maybe MKT is available. But let's see. Okay, since we have included MKT, the other two records are there. But let's remove whether it is returning 18 records or not. Let's see. You can see 18 records, same output of this and this, both are same. Okay, so now the next question would be, okay, query to fetch records whose name ends with RA. Okay, so let's suppose in our table we have Mira. Okay, employee name is Mira. Employee name column has a a record called Mira. So I want to get that kind of record. Okay, because it's ending with RA, right? So likewise, I wanted to get that kind of record. So can you help me to build the query? So it is something related to pattern. Okay, so just try to recall which syntax I have to use, which function I have to use, which keyword. It's a pattern matching related RA. So that means whatever starts from starting,
Select
it
star.
doesn't. Okay.
Select
So
star from
let's.
employees.
Okay.
Where name
Where, okay, employee name, our column name is employee name. Okay.
like
Like,
percentile A. Sorry, RA.
okay, single quotes, percentile RA. Perfect.
Yeah.
So this is the correct one. Okay. You can see now we have Riya Mehra. So which is that? Which is that one? So now let's do some other different things here. So what I want this one. Okay, let's try to create some different way. So I want the third letter to be I. Okay, so here AMI, right? So now I want to get employees whose third letter is I. So how you can frame the query?
Select star from employees where employee name like in single quotes we need to write percentile
Hmm?
percentile
Percentile
I.
I. So that means third letter. Okay,
Yeah.
so what does this give? So this gives ending with I.
Okay.
So let's see once,
Yeah.
ending with I. I want only third letter to be I, and I don't care whatever letters comes after I. So
Select star from employees where employee name like inverted commas underscore percentile I.
okay, underscore. That's it.
Percentile I
Percentile
percentile
I.
or percentile.
Okay.
Mm,
Again,
mm,
this is also bringing last I. So you have to make it percentile. After I also, yeah, you are saying percentile, right? Okay. Okay. But you can see
Instead of both. So underscore I percentile.
underscore I percentile.
That's it.
Okay. So I'll tell you. Let me. Okay. I'll just make the previous one. So you can see Amit is there. Perfect. Okay.
Mm,
Priya
This
is
one is
there.
previous one. Priya is there, but you can see this fourth letter is I.
mm.
Yeah, and then the fifth name
This one
also
is I.
Vikram. Second letter.
Okay, right. So the problem is you don't know what is under hyphen. So that is what underscore. Sorry, you know what is
Mm.
percentile, but you forgot about hyphen. What it does. So it is one character. Okay, one character. This means multiple character. So just assume I want Amit. Okay, let's make it whatever it is in the database Amit. So I want to represent third character. You have a condition that we need third one is I. So underscore ones, which represents a or any number. any character, anything. Again, in the place of second character, again one more underscore. Now it's done too. And third one should be I. So I'll write I. And the next one, multiple. You doesn't care how many character after I, right?
So percentile.
I'll percentile. That's it. Place it here and I'll show you the previous one, whatever you have said. So which kind of data it would bring. Okay, now this would be fine. This should bring Priya, Amit and all. So you can see Adi, Priya, Vaidehi. These three records. So underscore means one character. Percentile means multiple characters. So since we said that I need third letter should be I, so you have to make sure that first two are underscores which represents first character and second character, and I should be mandatory because that is the one we are looking for. And after I, you doesn't care how many values we need or how many character it should have. So that's why I'm writing percentile. So what this is doing, okay, this has no logic why you have written underscore, because you have written underscore and you give percentile. So however, what is a supremacy? Percentile is supremacy, right? Multiple characters. So either if you write like this might become second character I. So then you might be getting an understanding that giving underscore would be second one. So same way. But you said this one. So which means even if you're writing percentile and underscore, that doesn't care about underscore because underscore is one character and percentile is multiple character. So underscore might represent the first character and the percentile represents a number of characters. So that's why we got that kind of output. You can see anywhere if it is I, it will be giving. So instead of this, you can write like this. So you can write like the same output you'll be getting. Same as 17 records. Okay, some extra one record we got. Maybe not sure why we got the extra one record. Okay, so but basically that is how it works. So percentile means single multiple characters. Underscore means single character. Okay, and then so we have few. Okay, so query to fetch details of employees whose department is IT and salary greater than somewhere. Okay, let's make it 52,000 because we don't have that much data. So can anyone frame this query? So I wanted to get employees whose department is IT and also his salary should be greater than 52,000.
Select star from employees where department equal to IT and salary is greater than 52,000
Okay, where department equals to IT and okay,
and
and salary greater
greater
than
than
52,000. Perfect. So what if I write R here? So can you explain me what if I write R? What it will do?
mm, if it is both more which is 52,000 more than 52,000 it will reflect both what departments
Mhm.
I
Okay, it
mean
doesn't care about the department. So what it does, if I write R here, so first it will bring IT department employees. That's fine, right?
mm,
It will bring IT department employees. It doesn't care about whether it is 52,000 or not. Later, it will bring all employees whose salary is
more
greater
than
than 50,000. Yeah, that is what you were planning to tell, right?
yes.
Okay. So then, okay, I'm just running this and means like condition should be true in both the cases. Okay, IT and this both conditions should be true. So if you could see department equals to IT and salary is greater than 52,000. Okay, so this is what 52,000 and IT. So you can use AND operator to check for the both conditions should be true or not. So if I use OR operator, any of the condition is true, that's fine. So now this seems to be like, let's suppose this is there, however IT will be perfect, so it will be true, so it doesn't care about the second condition. If some HR department comes in, so at that time HR will be false, right? And it goes to salary column. Salary is 52,000, and then it will check for the salary. Let's suppose HR, one guy is HR and his salary is 55,000, so that guy will be also into the table, I mean shown into the output. So that's how it does. So you can see finance. So you can see all IT will be there, all IT employees. That's for sure because we have this, IT. And after this, whosoever salary is greater than 52, they will be also there, irrespective of their departments. And next, okay. So what are average max min salary of employees in sales department? How can you frame this query? So what are average min max any like no need of mentioning any separate one. Just mention average salary. That's fine. So how can you get average salary of employees in sales department? Let's make it finance. We don't have sales data. Let's make it finance. Okay, I'm writing this. Yeah, however, yeah, just answer this. I'm writing select. So I want
Average
average. Okay.
average of salary
Okay. Average of salary.
from
As average
employees
salary.
Okay, from employees.
No,
where
select average of salary as average salary.
Oh yeah, you can rename anything, no problem. Average sal.
from employees where department equal to finance.
Perfect. So this is one mixture of aggregate function as well as where class.
Where department
Okay, sorry, I missed it. Where department equals to finance. So what about for min max?
Same. Select
instead of average
minimum.
minimum max.
That's it. So instead of average, we can write minimum, or else we can also write like this. In the same query also, I can make it min of
Yeah, minimum
salary.
of salary as min salary, comma, max of salary as max salary.
Okay, you can see average salary, minimum salary, max salary of IT finance employees. So the less salary in finance employees is 47,000, maximum salary is 55,000. The average salary across IT employees is 52,800 something. So this is how you do it. And next, so other question. So this is where also you can do, but I have aggregated everything in a single query. Okay, query to fetch number of employees in each department. So I want a single output and single query where you will be getting department, comma count of the department. So IT employs 10 members, HR employs 3 members. So likewise, I want that kind of output. So can anyone answer query to fetch number of employees in each department? So
Sorry.
IT employs 5 employees. Yeah.
Select count of
Select count of
star
okay.
as number of employees
Perfect. Number of employees.
from employees.
Okay. From employees. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So can anyone help me again? So my output should be like this.
Select department,
Department.
comma,
Okay.
count star as number of employees from employees group by department.
Okay. Okay. Group by department. And now we will just try to run the query of Priyanka, what she have told. Okay. So I'm running Priyanka's query. So what are you expecting, Priyanka? What it would return?
I think the
It
total
would
count of employees it will be given, but
just it
not
will bring
like
only the
department.
total count. Yeah, 29
Yeah.
records. Whatever employees table have, that we will be getting because we are not grouping it. So
Yeah.
now
If we
if we
group
could
by,
see the
then
query, yeah, group by. So then you will get each group. So whatever you are using in group by, you have to write it in select. Otherwise, no use, right?
yeah.
So if you're grouping by and if you're not writing in select, no use of writing group by because you are not selecting that way. So you want based on the group by column, you want the employee segregation. So how many people are there in each department? So you can see finance with 7 people and HR with 3 people, IT with 11 people. So
Okay.
likewise, so you have this kind of data. So here we have used a group by and aggregate function called count. So in the same way, we can use max salary, min salary here. So which would bring maximum salary from this particular department. Okay. What is the maximum salary in IT? What is the maximum salary in finance? So likewise, you can just write max of salary as max salary. So now how you will be getting the data if you write like that? IT has 55, 60,000. So likewise, you will be having, let's make this max of salary and make this as max sal. You can say max sal. So finance people has 55,000 highest, HR has 57, IT has 50, 60. So likewise, you will be having max salary, mean salary. So previously what we have done, we have written department equals to IT and then checked the max salary, mean salary, right? So this way with the group by, you can check everybody's salaries, every department salary at once directly. So rather writing max salary in IT, max salary in HR, likewise, you can just group by with the department and get all the elements of department. So this is done. So we have, okay. So what is the average max min salary of employees in each department? So the same thing we have discussed. So same thing, I'm skipping this. So select department count star as count, right? So in the same way, we can do max salary, which we have already done. So and now what I want, the next one would be, okay. So the query to fetch department wise average salary, and the average salary is greater than 70,000. So let's make it as 52,000. Okay. Query to fetch department average salary, and that average salary also should be greater than 52,000. Let's suppose we have IT, right? In IT, the average salary is 53,000. So that particular record should be returned. Okay. IT department. And next we have HR department, and their average salary is 50,000. But our condition is greater than 52,000. Okay. That particular HR department should be dropped. So how can you frame this query? So first thing is you should find average salary, and also that average salary also should be greater than 52,000. So that is one.
Select
Each department.
department,
Select department.
comma,
Okay.
average of salary
Okay. Average of salary.
as average salary
Okay.
from employees,
Yes.
group by department,
Group by department.
having
Perfect. Having.
average of salary greater than 52,000.
Yes. This is one where you employ your group by having skills. So when to use group by, when to use having. This is what that means, where to use group by and having. Okay, perfect. So you can see these all IT, finance and FK and these three employees, these three departments, not even employees, these three departments, four departments, average salary is greater than 52,000. Okay, so if I don't write having, it will show you all the data. So having is like filter, okay, like where class, but where class is something you'll be, doing on column, okay. But when coming to having, you'll be doing on aggregated column. Okay, right? So any questions here, Lokesh? Okay. And then we have next we'll go through. Okay, I'll just hide this. Okay. Query to fetch count of employees from each department and select only departments whose count is more than 5. So can anyone frame this query? So query to fetch count of employees from each department and select only departments whose count is more than 5. Same concept, similar concept what we have done just before this. The seventh question is same concept. Sandeep, Lokesh. Akhil, can anyone answer this? Just query to fetch count of employees. Same thing from each department, just grouping by department and selecting only count of the department is more than 5. Simple having, right? Same thing, exactly same thing what we have written, what Priyanka told us. Same thing, just instead of average, you're just counting, that's it. You can see select department count as count from employees group by department having count greater than 5. So instead of count, we just written average salary and read made 52,000. So I don't think so. This is complex. It's a simple one where how Priyanka has, framed a query for average. Any doubts? Sandeep, Akhil,
No, Vinay.
how about you, Lokesh?
No, Vinay.
I mean, are you able to answer this? I mean, will you be able to answer this if somebody gives you question?
Yes, Vinay.
Okay. So next, so now, we have view. So create a view and store records who works in IT department. So this is view concept. So how you'll be creating a view? So you already seen the syntax, but however, just somebody help me to write a view syntax. Just create a view and store records who works in IT. So I want IT employees view. So Priyanka. So anyone?
Select
Yeah. Okay. Select
IT employee
IT employees
as
as
select star from
select star from
employees
employees.
where department equal to IT.
First, we need to create a view, right?
Create
That
IT.
is what I
Create
was
IT
about
view.
to,
Sorry,
yeah,
create
create. I was about to ask you to check
Mm.
syntax in Google. So create view, view
ITM.
name IT employees. So this is view name as
Mm.
that's it. So create view, view name,
IT
and then
employee.
as select star from employees where department equals to IT. So that's it. So this is the view name. So you can see create view, view name as select star from employees where department equals to IT. That's it. So now you can select it from select star from employees. Since our view is already created, I'm not going to create it because I already created it in our database. I'll just show you the details, how you will be able to see the data. So you can see all employees belongs to IT. No other records are there without any filtration. We get all the employees. So now we have SQL query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than average salary. Um, Okay, you are already seen the answer, but yeah. Okay, select SQL query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than average salary. So first my question is just select employees, okay? And that employee salary should be greater than the average salary of employees table. So are you able to recall any concept? First select the average salary, okay? And that average
Subquery.
salary, yeah, subquery. So you have to use subquery. So can anyone help me to use, build the query?
Select star from employee
Select star from employees,
where salary is greater than.
salary greater than.
Select
Open the bracket, close the bracket. Within the bracket, you have to write a subquery.
Yeah.
Select
Select average of salary
average of salary.
from employees.
Perfect. So this is a way how you create it. This is which kind of subquery? Correlated or non-correlated?
Correlated.
No. So if you could see correlated meaning. So I have a mutual relationship or a connection. Okay. So if you could see our syntax, so I'm able to run this query. So it's not dependent on other outside query.
Mm.
So that means there is no connection at all. So it can run independently, right? So that means non-correlated. So if you could see meaning what we have searched, correlated meaning. So which means they are independent, dependent on each other. So if you could see our one, this is independent. So I can just simply select this and run this. So that's why this subquery is not dependent on the outer query. So that's why this is non-correlated subquery, which are easy. Okay, non-correlated subqueries are easy. When coming to correlated, you might be, you might get confused there, but these are easy. So what we have done first, since our question is SQL query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than the average salary. SQL query, first you will write, first you can start with the subquery, okay? So whenever you're having this kind of syntax, you can just start with subquery first. Okay, I'll get the average salary first, okay? I got the average salary. Now I'll compare this average salary with employees table salary. Okay, next I'll write select star from employees where salary. So this way it's okay. So now we can see average salary is something. Let me check the average salary, what it is. 52,000. Okay. If I run this, you can see all are above 52,000. So that is what it is. Okay. So next. Okay. So this one, just think about this. Can I like just try to answer? No chat GPT, which what will, I mean, if you are using. So just try to understand this one. So I'll show you. If salary is greater than 55,000, 55,000 high. If it is 50,000 greater than that, it's medium, otherwise low. So just try to, understand how we will be deriving a column. So write a SQL query to derive a new column called salary category based on the below condition. If salary is greater than 55,000, then it should be high. I mean, the value should be high for that column, which salary category column. Okay, you have to create a column using the select query, derive a new column, not creating in a database. It's just deriving a new column called salary category. And for that, if salary is 55,000 plus, then make it high. If it is less than greater than 52,000 and less than 55,000, then make it medium, or otherwise low. So I'm just coming 1 minute. So you can just create this query. Can anyone answer this now? Are you able to recall some concept? Any concept when we have multiple conditions like this? I mean multiple things like this. Lokesh.
Mm,
Yeah,
think
are you able to
it
recall
is
something?
switch case kind of.
Yeah, switch case kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what is that kind of thing in SQL?
Select employee name,
Okay, so select employee name.
comma salary,
Okay, salary,
case.
comma case.
Uh, when salary is greater than 55,000,
Anyone using ChatGPT?
no,
No,
then
right?
high salary.
Okay. Then high. Next,
When
when salary.
salary is greater than 55,000,
No, you already written the same condition.
when salary is greater than 52,000,
Okay, 52,000.
then medium salary, then medium, other otherwise low,
Otherwise, low.
low.
Do we have otherwise?
Oh no, okay. Else low.
Yes. Else low.
And as salary category,
Okay,
from employees.
perfect. Sandeep answered this.
No,
Akhil. Okay.
yeah.
So now you can see. So employee name, salary, salary category. So since Amit salary is just 55,000, so it's medium because what we have done in the condition greater than salary 55,000. Okay. So if I make it greater than or equals to, it would fall under high. Okay. And now if you could see 58,000, which is Priya Singh, high salary, 60, 57. And if you scroll down, 47,000, which is low salary. So likewise, so you have 50,000, sorry, 52,000, so low salary. So likewise, so this is how you get salaries. Case statement. So this is case statement, same like switch statement, switch in Java. So same thing, case statement. So this statement is also available in Python with the if statement kind of syntax. So here, yeah. So case when some condition, then that particular value or else particular column. So let's suppose what I am writing here. So I can not only write this way, I can also give a column name as well. Okay. So now whosoever salary is greater than 50,000, then salary category will be having column value, salary value. So likewise also it's possible. It doesn't mean that only you write the string kind of high, medium, low. Okay. If you can see their salary is greater than 55,000, the salary is reflected because for this condition we have written salary. So that's why. But ideally what it should be high. Perfect. So you always need to end, otherwise it will throw an error. So you have to use end for sure. So without end, your code will not be executed. because ending the statement, okay, ending the case statement. And now we have the next question. Okay. Okay, so SQL query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than the average salary in each department. So what we are doing, query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than the average salary in each department. So you should get employees details and their salary should be greater than the average salary of his department. Okay, how you will be defining. So we have, I'll show you the exact what it is saying in a box in a output format. So now Vinay is from IT. My salary is 55,000. So what I wanted to do, I want to return this particular employee if IT department's average salary of IT department is 50,000, let's suppose. So then only I should be able to return Vinay because 55,000 is greater than the average salary of his department. So that is what my question is. SQL query to fetch employees whose salary, okay, my 55,000 is greater than the average salary in each department. So that means my 50,000 should be greater than the average salary of IT department, which is 50,000. So 55,000 is greater than 50,000. So that's why Vinay will be returned. So likewise, if my salary is 45,000, my my record Vinay record will not shouldn't be returned. So this kind of query you have to frame. So there are two ways of framing the queries. One is using correlated subqueries and one is using this one. So one is using joins. So just go with correlated subquery. So yeah, you'll be able to do it. Okay, so maybe this, can anyone answer or can I frame the query? Okay, so I'll try to frame it. First, what I wanted to get. I wanted to get all the employees, right? Select star. So record. So employees, I'll make it as E. Okay. Where so what I wanted to get. So here SQL query to fetch employees whose salary is greater than the average salary in each department. So now the salary. Okay. Now salary you should be getting greater than. So now I'll just write this way. Select average salary from employees. Okay. So this is basic thing, right? So this is just just non-correlated subquery. So this is fine till here, right? And then if you could see, so we are just getting employees E alias that's E, where salary is greater than this and average salary from employees. Sorry, this is what. So now this is correlated subquery, but yeah, non-correlated subquery. So now what I want is where E dot department equals to, let's make it K. Okay. K dot department. So what it is doing? So it is bringing E dot department from this. Okay, because particular Vinay, we talk about only Vinay. Okay, so now this Vinay, this is the record. Okay, so this will be returned when this condition is true. Now salary, which is 55,000. Okay, greater than select average salary from employees K. Okay, let's make it as K, even though we are giving the same employees table. That's why we made it K. And now where E dot department, which is coming from this, that means IT equals to K dot department. So here should be also IT. So that means at that moment it will calculate the average salary of IT department. So which satisfies Vinay's record. And now 55,000. If the average salary is 50,000, then that record gets returned. So this is correlated subqueries. So if any doubts, I can explain this. Might be sometimes you might not be understand the question whether it is correlated or not. You can see. So you can see this way. So how can you check whether this is correlated or not? Simply by looking at the subquery. So this is what subquery is, right? So in this subquery, you could see this average salary coming for employees, that is fine, which we have aliased it as K, that is fine. Where E dot department, where is E? If you forget about the outer query, where E is coming from, right? Somewhere from outside. So that means this is dependent on outer query. Outer query means this query, main query, okay? So E dot department equals to K dot department. So this is dependent on outer query. So that's why, so this is correlated subquery. So now we just try to like how we have done it for non-correlated subquery. So we'll just try to run this for this. It's not working, right? Unknown column E dot department in where class. So it is saying unknown column. So even though I mistakenly done this, okay, I didn't. Now you can say again same. So unknown column, okay. So in where class. So that is what non-correlated subqueries. If non-correlated means if you run this particular piece of information query, it should run, it should work actually. But for non-correlated, sorry, for correlated, it won't work. Okay. So can anyone frame me this query using inner join? So same query using inner join you can do. Okay, join the same table and try to get the average salary. Join the same table with IT like department and try to get the average salary and compare the average salary using greater than symbol. So that's it. Same thing. So anyone understood this one? Anyone have any doubts? Akhil, Sandeep, Lokesh, do you have any doubts related to correlated subquery?
No, Vinay.
So you're fine with the syntax, right?
Yes.
How about you, Lokesh?
When I just write once with the inner join query.
Okay. So can anyone help me? Anyone? Priyanka, can you help me how to write with inner join? Okay, I'm writing this. Sorry. So this one I can. So first I'll try to get employees and then get average salary. Okay, this is one table. Okay, so this is actual employees table. This is the table which I created, on the go using average salary and department from employees were grouped by department. I'm renaming it as E2 aliasing. Now I'm joining, select star from this, join own department column. Department E2, E2 dot department equals to E dot department. So both the departments should be same, right? Then only I'll be able to compare the values. And I'll write one more condition. Okay, whenever you are using on condition, you are not required to write where. Okay, automatically on is like where. Okay, so if you are using on condition well joins, so you no need to write where condition at all. So if you require you can write, but I'll just rename this as avg sal because I wanted to use it here. Okay, salary, let's make it e dot salary for simplicity, I mean to understand better. So that is coming from outer, and then avg sal. So now I'll be running this. Just assume we got 15 records for the previous query, right? So this should also return 15 records. So you can see 15 records. So, but you can see multiple, yeah, not multiple, perfect. So since we have joined, we got average salary. But if if your department is also twice because we have selected the data coming from, average salary department since there is a join. So it will get all the columns from here since we have used star. So it will get all the columns from employees. If you need, we can just simply write employee ID, employee name, or else you can just make it e dot star. That is also fine. So this way you can get details from the employees table alone. So you can see employee, employee and department salary, DOB, mobile number and manager. Okay, so did you get inner join? How I done it? So Sandeep, somebody asked, right? So are you clear now?
Yes, Vinay.
Okay, perfect. So again, so we have okay. So query to fetch employees max salary from each department. Select employee details as well. What is this question? Query to fetch max salary from each department and select employee details as well. Okay. So the problem here, I think, okay, they use in the join only. So there are different ways to do. Just so I'm just checking how you. So query to fetch max salary from each department and select employee details. So how you'll be doing this? So I want max salary in each department. So I mean along with the employee details as well. So how can you do that? So same thing. So this is same thing. Instead of average salary, you can write max salary, but make it equals to. That's it. So if you could see, they have used some joinings, but you can do that way or this way. Both are fine. So you can see e dot employee ID, e dot name, e dot department, e dot salary, which means you are bringing that particular, ID, name, department, salary, and employees way. So okay, here I actually, ID name, it shouldn't be like this. As per our database, it should be employee ID like this, and it should be employee name like this. Okay. So select employee ID, employee name, department, salary from employees E. Inner join, select department max salary. So we have done for uh, average salary just before this. So that's how we are doing for this. So and then join with this, and then again salary equals to salary. So there we compared it as greater than or equal greater than, but here we are comparing equals to, because that max salary whatever it is there, right, that should be matched with the salary of employees table, so that if that particular salary is for that particular department, then only your value will be displayed and the employee will be displayed. So you can see the max salary in finance department is 55,000, whose name is Amit. In the same way, marketing, which is 58,000, which is Priya. So likewise, you have finance. There are a lot of people who with max salary 55,000. Okay, so that's why we have got 55,000 as a max salary for many records. So rest of the things each are repeated once. So they are the highest. If you see IT 60. So this thing, so you can just go through this. So we just yeah, same thing whatever we have done for average salary, same thing. Instead of that we just made max salary, and instead of that we just make it equals to, that's it. Okay, so this is something related to correlated subquery. So this one, instead of average salary we made it average max, but instead of that we made it equals to, because there we were comparing greater than or greater than average salary likewise, right? But here we need exact max salary, so that's why we made it equals to. So we are mapping with department, whether department is IT or not. So after that we are comparing, because if the department's max salary in IT is this much, so this particular employee who belongs to IT should have that much. So then only their value will be returned. So likewise. Okay. So this one bit, you need to understand more. Yeah, you need to think more, because these are some kind of advanced related topics. Now 14th question. 14th question is advanced. So query to fetch employees details whose salary is second highest salary in each department. So can anyone help me to get second highest salary? You can get using limit, you can get using window function. So can you help me with window function? Like rank, dense rank, or row number, something like that. So which one is the probable, the best idea to, get the ranks? Lokesh, can you answer this windowing function topic?
You have an I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you can just think about dense rank or rank. How can you create this? Just query to fetch employees details whose salary is second highest in each department. Okay, how I should get? Okay, let's suppose Lokesh is highest salary in IT. I am the second highest. My name should be written. Okay. So likewise, in each department, let's suppose we are from IT, I need marketing. In marketing also I need second highest salary. So likewise.
Select employee name, salary, department.
Okay, so let me make it select E dot star so that I can get all the. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just write the code first. This simple code, rather logic. Okay, yeah. So now say I selected everything, and now
nth
sorry.
value,
Okay, nth.
nth value,
I think nth
open
value
brace,
should be like this, right?
salary, mm,
Okay.
salary comma second,
Hmm.
over
Okay.
partition by department,
Okay.
order by salary,
Okay.
outside as second highest,
Hmm. Okay. So you left order by simple, right? Ascending, right? Then
mm, descending.
so you have to write descending. Okay. So there are some things I'll tell you. So once I do this, so you have a error in SQL code. Nth value or n value?
Nth value.
Okay, I first written this way, but I thought. Okay, so second highest. Okay, so this one we are returning, but it is returning 29 records, right? Amit, Praveen, everybody.
So it is taking only second highest value.
No, see if you could see Amit,
Which
which is
department?
55,000. Finance in
No,
finance.
no. For
This is
Praveen, mm,
so everybody's match
security.
in finance department. We have 55,000 as the highest salary, but it is taking second highest salary as 55,000. What nth value does?
Okay.
It doesn't care about whether it is second highest or third highest. It gives based on the ranking, based on the order, it gives first
Mm,
highest. Or even,
second value.
same guy has Amit has 55,000 and Praveen has 55,000. Now we took the value of 55,000 since you have mentioned second
Second.
value.
Mm,
So that is what nth value does. So you have to go with rank, dense rank, or
row
row
number.
number.
Okay.
Even if you go with row number, what happens? Row number gives unique number. Okay. Unique
Mm-hmm.
number in the sense Amit and Praveen he will have 1, 2. Even their salaries are same. Amit will be ranked as given 1. That Praveen will be added as 2.
Praveen.
So that means it's
Mm,
not possible with row number as well, right?
yes.
Because Amit's salary is 55, Praveen's salary is 55, but I need second highest salary. So row number is ruled out. Next we have dense rank and rank. So which one is ideal? So dense rank or rank? So if you talk about
Rank
Praveen
will
and
give
Amit
one
one,
one.
Yeah, rank will give you 1 1.
Yeah,
And what about the second highest one?
it will be the second highest will be the after three. For suppose if the salary is for three people 55,000 and
Yeah,
48,000 will be the second.
second highest. But what rank will give the value?
So for suppose there are five people who has salary 55,000.
55,000.
The
Yeah,
second
yeah.
highest will be the sixth one in rank
Sixth
wise.
one. Yeah. But for rank wise,
And
that
dense
is
will,
the, yeah.
yeah,
So ideally, which one we should use? Dense rank or rank?
ideal is the dense rank.
Yeah, that is what. So ideal one is dense rank, because if that is a 5 times repeated 55,000 is there, rank and dense rank will give 1.
Mm,
But in case of rank,
yes.
it gives 6. So you can't properly design some query, right? Because some IT department has 5 times same rank, some HR might have 3 people with same rank, and next one might be fourth rank, second highest. So dense ranks should be the ideal one. Okay. So nth value
Mm,
is not ideal one because it simply picks the value which is coming second. That's it. It doesn't give
okay.
rank. It's not a ranking function actually. So I'll write dense
Okay.
rank. Okay. So now if you could see, let's make it as dense for easily understanding. So I made it dense. So if you could see salary, I finance department, everybody is 55. So this rank is 1. If you could see, the next one is 48,000, which rank is 2. So I want to get this person, right? Gaurav Joshi. I wanted to get this by, sorry, get this guy. So now if you could see how I'll be doing, I'll again write one select statement. Okay, wrap it in a this way, and I'll write select star from, okay, and then make it as k something like that because I want to alias that one. Again, I'll write where dense is a new column equals to 2. So that means it filters records and gives you second highest one. So you can see dense rank. With the help of dense rank, I found the numbering, okay, ranking number. And I again wrapped this code in a SQL, derived table, like select star from, again open the brackets and make it like this. And again, I used where query on top of this query. So that means dense equals to 2. So which means our 8 records got written. So that means you can see all the records whose salary is 2. I mean, whose salary is second highest. So you can see in IT 58,000 is there because in IT the highest one is 60,000, right? So you can see 55,000, which is second highest. Many people got written here. Okay, just ignore the name of this one. So I just placed this just for some other scenarios. Okay, just ignore that name. Why name is not there? That kind of thing you should not remember because that is I wantedly added without name. Okay, this is all about dense rank. So you can go through ranking functions again. So when these things will be used and all. So dense rank is something where the sequence would be there in a proper sequence way, even if there is a tie as well. So dense means rank means there will not be any sequence at all. So if there is a tie, it will skip that particular number by how many ties are there. So based on that, it will skip the numbers. Okay. So did you get this? Location, Akhil and Priyanka and Sandeep.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
Vinay.
Vinay.
Okay. So somebody. And then, so we have okay, so I'll open again somewhere I lost it. Yeah, so this one is done. So next one would be, so same syntax. I'll send you all these codes, but seems like I didn't write imp id. So a few things you have to check whether if something throws an error, you should be able to handle this simple. This would also throw error because in our database only employee name is there. Okay, query to fetch employee details and the manager details from the employer manager table. So don't mind about the employees manager table. So it's employee table alone. So what I have the data like this, right? So if I enter select star from employees, okay, some syntax in this one. So how I want employee ID 1, employee ID name, and the manager name as well. Okay. So what is this concept is called? Both the data lies in the same table. So which kind of join I have to make? Can you help me which kind of join we will be doing? Can you help me to the frame the query? Just I want employee ID, employee name, and the manager name. The manager name you can fetch it from manager ID. Okay, manager ID is 21. That means that particular manager ID is also an employee of employees table. If you could scroll down, there'll be 21. His name is Praveen. So that means Priya Singh's manager is Praveen.
So we will do
So
the
that's
inner join.
huh?
Inner join.
Yeah, the concept is inner join. But yeah, can you help me to frame the query?
Okay. Select
Yeah,
employee name.
employee name.
You ask salary and manager ID, na?
Yeah, salary.
Manager ID.
I don't. I just want employee name and his manager. That's it. I want employee
Okay.
name and his
So
manager
employee
name.
name. Okay. So select employee name, comma manager name from employees. E.
Manager. Okay, from employees E.
Inner join.
Inner join.
Mm, Manager.
So with the help
So
of manager ID,
manager M.
manager M. What is manager M?
So
Where do we have table?
on.
No, no, no. Do we have
Sorry.
manager table?
Manager ID. No, we don't have any
Inner
manager
join
ID.
Manager ID with inner join with which table? So joining you are doing on some table, right?
So employees table. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
E
Select.
dot. Uh,
Sorry.
employees manager ID. On
On
employee name equal to manager ID.
employee name equals to manager ID. No. So I'll help you to do this. So first thing,
Mm.
we have one table. Only one table we have pretty much all the data. Okay. So we have employee ID, which is particular.
Okay.
Let's suppose Sandeep's employee ID is one. And Sandeep
Mm.
employee ID is one. Employee name is Sandeep. And manager ID is two. The two is
Mm.
Akhil. Okay. Akhil is the manager of Sandeep. So since you both are for same organization, your data lies in same table, right? So because you license same table. So the only one column
Mm.
you'll be having different between you and Sandeep is manager ID column. So now since Sandeep's manager is Akhil, Akhil might have somebody as a manager, or maybe he might be the superior. So let's suppose if it is a startup company, if he is CEO, no one will be the manager of Sandeep, right? So let's sorry, not Sandeep, Akhil. So now Sandeep has manager ID 2, which means I have to get employee ID of two name, right? Because one is Sandeep, two is manager. Now in the same table we have Akhil and Sandeep is the CEO, then it is null. No problem at all. So now how I want one comma Sandeep comma Akhil. So this way I want the data. I want manager name as well beside the employee name. So now how you can say
Okay.
Sandeep is the employee and Akhil is the manager of Akhil.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
I will be doing, first thing, I'll just
Yeah.
make it scroll down. Okay, now I'll just look at this two things. Okay, let's write query. First, I'll just try to get select employee ID. Let's make it as e dot employee ID as employee ID. That's perfect. And then e dot employee name as
As employee
employee name.
name.
Okay, I don't want anything else. So I want Akhil
Mm.
to be displayed here, right? So what I will do,
Manage
I'll just
M
write
dot.
m dot. Okay, in future I'm going to write m. Okay, m dot
Mm.
employee name as manager name. Okay, from where? From employees table. So what this is e. Okay, not m. Again I'll join.
Mm.
Which table? Again employees table. But I'll name it as m. On which column I should join? Because I should join on manager ID. Now
Manager ID.
this one is there, right? So we are printing this one, this table. We are printing e means this table. E dot employee ID. Okay, this is done. One employee name, that is Sandeep, and two is the manager ID. So I wanted to get e dot manager ID data, which is equivalent to m dot employee ID, right?
Yes.
From that employee ID itself, from this employees m table itself, you are just trying to find manager ID coming from e table with the employee ID, and that m dot employee name is represented as manager name.
Okay.
So this is pretty, interesting actually. So when I was in the start of my career, so this one I was so in, I mean, it was interesting for me as well. So you can see E dot employee ID coming from employees table A and employee name coming from employees and M dot employee name coming from this table. But the only thing we have done is join with the manager ID that and employee ID of employee manager name table.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions here? I'll share this again so you can just go through again these things. Okay, query to fetch all customers and ordered results if they have any orders. So we have customers table and orders table. So what we are doing here? So select star from customers, left join orders on customers dot customer ID equals to orders dot order ID. So try to understand this. 1 minute. So here what I am saying, query to fetch all customers and order details if they have any orders. First thing is that query to fetch all customers. So what I have to do, select star from customers. So what is left join? Left join means bringing all the details from the customers table, right? So that's why I use left join. So I will get all the customers from the left table. That's why left join and orders. So in orders, common column are customer ID, customer ID. So that is what we have done here. So based on the customer ID, if you can see and order details if they have any orders. Okay. If they have orders, let's bring it. If not, just leave it. Just bring the customer alone. So you can see the customer ID one ordered twice, which is one at the you can see Amit Singh ordered 2 times. So if I could see order ID, so 1500, 1750 likewise. So this one ordered 2 times Priya Gupta. So 3 times, sorry, 2 times. So likewise, you can see if you go down. So these people never ordered it, but still this people data should be there. As per our question, you should get all the customers and order details if they have any orders. So we should get all the customers. So that means left join will be using. Okay, any doubts here? Question is something. You should get all the customers, okay, and order details if they have orders. Okay, so you should get all the customers from the customers table, and if there is any order, just bring that records also. I mean that bring that column names and values against the column names as well. So if you could say order date, amount, customer ID. Okay, and then we have create a view called yeah, this is same thing, just view. So I'm skipping this, just creating a view and writing the query. So whatever we have done there, so the same thing we are just making it as a view. And generate a union query to combine the sales data and both. Okay, first of all, we have two tables. We have two tables. One is online sales and in-store sales. Okay. So online sales and in store sales, we have two tables with two same schema. Schema in the sense two column name. I mean, both of the column names and everything is same. Just data and the table name is different. That's it. So if you could see order date and order amount, and if you could see one more table is there, which is in store sales. Okay, we also have in store sales. Okay, so if you could see here, so generate a union query to combine both the sales data. So both the sales data means online as well as in store. So you can use union. Okay, so if I execute this, it should bring complete two set of data, which is like 10 records or 9 records. Both coming from different table. So that's why I use select statement twice, which will bring records from that table as well as this table. So 10 records we have got. So this is what union is. The other one is query to fetch total amount by order date and from the both the tables, online and in-store sales. So basically we are trying to get order amount, okay, based on the date, how much, what is the sum of the order. So what we are doing, this one is the same thing, union query. Okay, you are getting all of this data and grouping based on the order date and applying sum. That means both in store as well as online. So both we are joining the data and put it in a derived table. Okay, you using union we are getting online sales and in store sales data, and on top of that we are grouping by order date, and on top of that once you group by order date you are also using sum of order amount. So that means sum of the order amount is based on the order date you will be having some. So that means on, well, let's suppose online sales we have on today, let's suppose today on online we got $100. Okay, in store we got one more $200. So if you wanted to get today how much data, how much, what was the sale from online as well as in store, so you can use this query so that you will be getting today's date with 300 value, because yesterday, online it is 200, offline it is 100, so 300 total. So likewise, you could get the out, result. Okay, so sometimes in MySQL you'll get error like every derived table must be have its own alias. I'll just make it alias k. Okay, nothing much. So you can see, so actually we used to get 10 records, right? So after group by we are getting 6 records. So that, I mean, we usually get online sales 5 records and offline sales 5 records. So total 10 records should be there, but we have grouped with order date and made a sum. So we few, order dates, they have been removed because we are grouping, right? Grouping and making it sum, putting together and checking the sum of order amount. So likewise, we'll be getting this data. So till here, anyone has any doubt? So we have completed 20 questions. Yeah, 19 questions almost. So everything is covered here, right from window function. We are touch based all of the concepts like creating the view and selecting, data, filtering the data, using patterns like. So and also used and or operator and in operator and window functions and subqueries, correlated and non-correlated subqueries. So we have done almost everything. So like what we can say, like whatever we have learned so far, so we have done with this 20 questions itself. So in the same way, So you can just prepare, using chat gpt, just try to ask few, questions and try to prepare yourself, and so that you will be able to understand the concept. Whatever we have learned, again you will be able to revisit and recall the concepts once you go with this kind of session of your own. So anyone has any doubts till here? I mean, I hope it's 9 o'clock for you. Yeah.